Hey everyone, if you're like me and tired of seeing video after video of YouTubers giving biased opinions about companies because they're sponsored or want some kind of kickback money, then you've come to the right place. After being both a player and content creator for roughly 4 years for Rollercoin, I'm gonna cover all the factors that led up to me quitting and why I turned down their sponsorship. And just for the record, I didn't make this video just to bash Rollercoin, but to talk about some serious issues with this platform that a lot of other players are unhappy with as well. Because, let's face it, not very many content creators are making honest or unbiased opinions about Rollercoin. So here are the reasons why I decided to pull the plug, and if you're already a player, you can decide for yourself if you should do the same. The first problem I'm going to cover, and it's a major one, is the Rollercoin market. In the 4 years I've played, the market has only ever depreciated in value. This is a bad sign. This game revolves around investing in miners in order to earn crypto, but if miners only go down in value, and you have to reinvest your earnings just to buy more miners to compensate for a bad market, then you don't really earn any crypto, do you? This is not sustainable long term, and is why I never made a withdrawal. No matter how many miners I purchased or upgraded, I never had enough power to earn enough crypto to actually make a withdrawal worthwhile. So I kept on building up my power. And that's the trap, my friends. This isn't intended for you to pay your bills with. Its intent is for you to keep reinvesting so that when you deposit crypto, you don't get it back. And if you do get it back, it may take years. My 4-year account is only making around 30 cents a day passively, and that's still dropping. But the amount of time and effort I put into my account as a free player to get it up to that point is laughable. If you combine the surveys with games on the task wall and grinding on the events, we're talking months of work here. So what incentive do I have to keep buying more miners if the miners I got in 2020 were worth half the price by 2021, then decreased in value by half again in 2022 to the point where they're all worth virtually nothing now, or for some reason can no longer even be sold on the marketplace anymore, leaving me with the only option to burn them for more weak miners that I don't want? What? And that brings us to my second issue with this game, the updates and events. I will say that Rollercoin is good at constantly pushing out new events and updates. In fact, there's hardly ever a time now where multiple events aren't going on. But let's be real, they've lost their appeal. The magic is gone. They are not beneficial to players in terms of time, and they've lost their excitement. Despite there being a ton of events, they're all the same recycled things we've already done a million times before, just with a different theme. And when they do implement a new feature, it usually sucks. It's always something that requires spending your crypto or resources on, which slows down your earnings. This game was a passive income earner until they forced us to buy batteries and charge our rooms out of nowhere. That update was total crap, and a lot of players quit because of it. And guess what? We're still stuck with that crappy update. Now they've got this stupid Freon room that we were supposed to get really excited about, and they want us to spend a bunch of money to temporarily gain bonus power. What a terrible idea, and an update we definitely did not need. Instead, maybe fix the janky, unenjoyable games or do something actually worthwhile to the players, like building a community chat. You know, like most online games have. Instead, they just keep on slapping out events like this and this, telling us that we can't participate or earn anything unless we give them our money. That is lame. And rollertap? Don't even get me started on rollertap. What a waste of time. I only did one video on that, and that's more than it deserved. Another huge issue for me is you can't liquidate your assets for crypto to withdraw. And what I mean by that is you can only sell your miners for RLT, not anything else. And you also can't transfer your RLT into any other crypto to withdraw that. You can only transfer other crypto into RLT. So what goes in is basically stuck there. Cool. So after watching a bunch of YouTubers kiss Rollercoin's butt, I thought, wow, this sponsorship must be a great deal. I gotta check this out. And I did. Which brings me to my next issue. Terrible, terrible rewards for the content creators and the people marketing their product. So awful that when I read the rewards chart, I actually had to do a triple take out of both shock and confusion. I won't tell you what the contract said, but the earnings were so minimal and insulting that, yeah, I dropped it like a bag of dirt. And customer support kinda sucks too. As you can imagine, for a player of 4 years, I had quite a few questions over my career. And don't get me wrong, customer support isn't completely bad. They've done some good things too. But it usually takes a lot of time and patience. I have contacted customer support for a few issues and those were resolved. However, most of those were resolved by me. I had to do it by myself because it took them like 3 weeks or a month to reply. So factors like this make me further rethink wanting to promote or even be affiliated with this organization. This started out as a fun way to just kick back and relax at the end of the day, but now it just feels more like a seedy, referral-hungry pyramid scheme. And I'm not calling it a pyramid scheme, it just kinda feels that way to me now. And I'd rather spend my time on things that have more value to me, which brings me to my last issue with this game. Time. I have wasted a boatload of time playing this game. Too much. Time I wish I had spent with my loved ones or doing something more memorable instead. So I don't see a problem with playing this game occasionally to wind down and relax, but don't do it with the intent of making money. And don't see it as an asset to invest in either. You will be disappointed, and I'd rather just save you the heartache now. Now there are still some play-to-earn games that I play every now and then for fun, but again, not with the intent of making money. From all the games I've tried and played, it just isn't a realistic expectation. If you're new to Rollercoin, I'm sorry to burst your bubble. Maybe the Rollercoin team will pull it together in the future and make the game more enjoyable and beneficial for the free players. But until then, I'm out. I hope you found this video helpful, and I will be doing more play-to-earn games in the future, so if you like this content, hit that like and subscribe button to stay up to date. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.